I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks and organization ideas.
We took a chance with sunshine and stormy weather. God had a plan, and now the world is our treasure. It's our blessed adventure. It's our blessed adventure.
I'm going to show you some of the tips and tricks and organization ideas and remodel ideas that we've done in our home, and also maybe it might give people who do RV, we're hoping it gives you some tips and ideas of stuff you can do, because I've certainly learned a lot of things from other people, and we're hoping to pass on some information to other people. The first idea I want to show you is our area rug, and we probably will get a couple more, but right now this is the one we have, and they are called, or it's called a Ruggable, R-U-G-G-A-B-L-E. You can go online and find them, but it has been such an awesome asset to our home. And David's going to demonstrate.
So the Ruggable is a two-piece rug system. You have your top layer, which we have the white, and we also have this one here that you can just fold up and put on at different times. And you see how thin and lightweight the thing is, so you can just fold it up, store it away. And underneath your Ruggable is a bottom layer, which is that sticks to the floor, has a rubber backing, and then it has Velcro tabs on the top, and the top carpet just sticks to the Ruggable. So when you're putting it down, you lay down the black piece, put your top piece over, spread it out nice, and then when you want to go to wash it, you just peel it off, take the top layer, throw it in the washing machine, and you're ready to go after it's all washed up.
And I'm telling you, it is awesome. That top cover you throw in the washer, I can wash it in the RV washing machine with no problem. It's not that thick. It dries wonderful. Absolutely a great addition to the RV. They have different sizes. As you see, this is the big area one, and I believe they have two other sizes that you can order. And they also have a variety of covers. And that's what else is nice, is you get one base and you can get different if you want to change colors. And you see how he's got that, how easy it is to roll that thing up and store it so you can change your different rugs, which of course I love.
You ladies are always wanting to have convenience, and my wife's no different than anyone else. So after we had been in here a while, she wanted to be able to access underneath the cabinets a little bit easier.
So here goes our organization idea number 2. And David did an awesome job.
You just slide it out, and you can see that we have an ice maker, we have our Vitamix, and we have our KitchenAid, and we have some pots and pans. And it just slides right out, and then she can slide it right back in.
And yes, I wanted to bring my big KitchenAid because this means a lot to me, and they come in so handy when you do want to use it, and it fits on there just perfect. The ice maker, David has it hooked up, so all you have to do is turn on the power and make you some ice right there. I don't even have to lift it out.
And then when you're all done, you just slide it in, and it goes in, and you're able to close the doors right up.
And then he also took some plywood and built a shelf, because you in the RV you need every space you can use. So he built me a shelf right there, and I'm able to keep my little dish towels and everything right up on the shelf.
So we utilized all the space underneath the cabinet that we can get out of it, so we can get as much stuff in there we can, but also be able to use it. And then when you're all done, just close it right back up.
Awesome. Number 2. Okay, on to tip idea number 3.
When you need things to stay in place when you're in an RV, and sometimes you don't want to put something up permanently with screws or nails or anything like that. You want to be able to move them around, but you want them to be secure. So we found 2 items. Heavy duty Velcro. This stuff has been the best stuff that I've been able to find by Scotch. And that's not cheap, but it works. And the museum putty. Both of these are great ideas for holding things down. Now the museum putty is perfect for stuff you have on your shelves like this. You just put a piece down. It comes here like this in a piece of thing. You wrap it up. It looks like chewing gum or putty. You pull off a piece, roll it up, stick it down, and this is solid. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving. These items, they're not going anywhere. They're solid. You just put it under all your little items like this that you don't want to go anywhere, and as you're going down the road, they're safe. And my wife's a decorator. She likes to decorate and she likes to change. All you women, I know you like to change stuff around all the time. So this Velcro, super heavy duty, but it also allows you to be able to change things around. You put a piece up here on the wall and you can just stick stuff to it. You have your picture here. You just reach back there. You can pull it off. Now, you can put a new picture right up there. When you want to change a picture, put it back up. You just put it up. Give it a hit, and it's on. It's not going anywhere. So you can redecorate as you want.
And I do have several pictures that I do change there, and we have not had one problem in our travels all last year of any of the putty giving away and anything falling or breaking. So it works very well. We've tried it all for a year.
So when you're putting it up, don't be sparingly with the Velcro. If it's this wide, put a strip that wide. And if this doesn't have much weight to it, but if it has any weight at all, put your strip at the top on the back, put your strip at the bottom, press them on, and it's not going to go anywhere. So you got to use the Velcro, because little teeny pieces, it's not going to stay the way you want it to when you're taking this thing down the road.
And another idea I just thought of too, we've had it kind of warm in here when we've had to turn the air off, and the putty has been fine. And also, one thing I just thought of is when you want to move items that are putty down, the putty just peels right up. You can't even tell it's been there. There's no residue left or anything, and on your items or on the counter.
So there we are. Additive. Along with the putty, we also use the non-slip pad. Now some things, the putty, you move it around and you don't really want to putty it down because you move it more often, or it's just big and kind of awkward. Like this doesn't have a really good base that you can stick the putty to, so you use the non-skid pads. We use that on a couple items as well. We are on to tip number 4 on organization. My wife's an organizer, and she likes to keep things neat and clean. And of course, guys, it makes it easy if they're organized and you just follow along with what they have set up. So here we are, tip number 4, refrigerator organization.
Yes, and we have a full residential refrigerator, which is so awesome, because in our other RV, it was the smaller normal RV refrigerator, and like I've heard a few people say, it's like playing Tetris, getting your groceries, especially when your first tip. But another problem that you always have is when you open the refrigerator doors, everything after you've traveled falls out. And we've had that happen a couple times with a big crock pot of cheese soup that was terrible to clean up. Well, and it was happening here when we pull off. I open it really slow, looking what's coming out. Well, I was in Marshall's one day and saw these little trays. They are awesome because they have little feet. They hook on the back of your shelf. You just hook them on the back of your shelf. So I bought one and organized the whole entire refrigerator. And the egg containers, awesome.
So we'll just show you a quick little scan of the different sizes.
Yes.
And
how it worked out for us.
The different things and how my wife has organized it for us.
So even at home, if you'd like a little more organization, so people, if you have children, want to know where everything is, or they're cleaning up for you, they know where to put everything back. But this has been absolutely awesome to, when you're traveling, everything stays in the spot and you're not scared to open and seeing what could possibly be falling out.
Then she also has a couple containers here that you can stick that work inside the door, so you can put stuff in there. And we just happen to have some veggies and some fruit and stuff in ours. So
great tip number 4, I believe.
Yep. So
in the tour video, I scrapbook. Even though I have not been able to do much while I've been on the road yet, because I've been too busy doing projects and organizing and seeing God's wonderful country, but I'm almost there to do some scrapbook. I've done a little, but not as much as I'd like to. And David came up with great ideas to give me a table to scrapbook on, because I didn't want to take up our dining room table, so when you want to eat, you're not having to move your projects.
So we had a king bedroom and queen bedroom, and we switched it over to a king. So I took the lumber from the cabinets and used it to make her a table. So everything matches and still looks good. So you open it up here and the table pops up. I took some of the lumber and made a little brace. You stick that in there and that pops up right there. So there's also a hole, so when she's using equipment that have a cord, you can run the cord right down through and plug it up. And all she has to do is just pull a chair over and she can sit right down and work on some stuff right here at her table. And then if she gets a little hungry, refrigerator's right there. All right, we're going on to tip number 5, I believe, and it's for my wife, organization in her laundry.
All right. I know there's a lot of you have RVs that have washer and dryer in it. Well, there's a space right in between here.
Got to switch around. The lighting was getting kind of bad.
That fits. I don't know if any of you have tried the collapsible laundry baskets. 2 of them will fit in here. But I was finding that I hardly ever use a laundry basket, because I pretty much take my clothes out of the dryer and fold them right then, and the bed was right here, so I can fold it and put it right away. So I got tired of opening and storing big things of detergent. So I had this idea one time, these jugs that people use for water or milk or whatever in your refrigerator. They normally sit up like this. Well, they fit perfect in here, 2 of them. One for my detergent and one for my softener. Now, when it gets down to a certain spot, you do have to kind of lean it to get it to come out the spout, but that's okay. So much more convenient than having everything stored in there, and it holds a whole lot. So, in case anyone needs that idea.
Or tip number 6. This is the addition of a bidet toilet seat. We had this in our home, and it was something that we wanted to bring along with us. So I was able to get with the plumbing section at the hardware store and figure out how to get it all wired up and plumbed up to work in our RV. So here it is. It sits right on top of your commode, and it has a sensor that comes on and allows you the features to work. And the control panel for it is here, so you can see it has the features for several things there that works, and then several buttons here. There, yeah, gives you warm water for the cleaning portion, and it gives you a heated seat. So it's something we brought along with us, and we are glad we made that decision to get it in.
Number 7. Many of the RV beds you can raise up like so. We just went ahead and lifted it up, but they're pretty easy to lift. But underneath is storage, and had several ideas. Like I told you, I scrapbook. So I use them as for my scrapbooking papers, but they're great for if you will have different extension cords or cords to things or batteries or many other items. I thought that would be good. You could get those type of boxes that you can get pretty much anywhere. I got mine at Michael's. But they make for great organization under your bed. Then also, while we're down here, I will show you idea number 8. We have these, Tritons, I believe they are called, from Ikea, and we have Velcroed them to the side of our bed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and another one on that side of the bed. But they're great for your shoes. I mean, they work fantastic for your shoes. Now, when we travel, we do have to pull these 3. We thought sure that the bed would slide in, but it doesn't. So we just pull those off and stick them in the bathroom while we travel.
I'll show you how it is when
and that's how it looks when the bed is down. You can't even hardly tell that they are under there. So even in a home, those things are pretty good and pretty awesome because they can be stacked on a wall. They can be screwed to a wall or Velcroed in case you want to move them around. So, and they hold, I of course have more shoes in them than they say can fit, but I have smaller feet and several pairs of shoes, and I'm able to get all of them in there. So that was our idea number 8. Number 9, also here in our bedroom, even though it can be moved anywhere in your RV, it is absolutely fabulous. Many RVs come with fireplace, and we did not have one in ours. And I have always loved fireplaces. I grew up with fireplaces, so I had missed fireplaces. Well, my sister actually had one of these a little bit bigger, and hers is mounted on the wall, and where I got the idea from. And I will post in this description, because I should have looked that up, what the name of it is, and if you would like to purchase one. But this is an awesome alternative that we have really enjoyed.
Well, it's a tabletop fireplace, and it's actually called Wolf Fire. So here's your little snuffer, and you pour in what's called premium fireplace fuel. Ours happen to be from Regal Flame, and you just pour some of that down into the opening as much as you want. And if you fill it up, it's supposed to last about 2 to 3 hours. You just light your match, light it up, and your fire gets to going.
I don't know if you can see it very well.
We'll try to get it a little darker in here just for a second.
Because it takes a minute for the flame to kind of show, but it does as it goes. It gets more yellowish flame.
Yeah, you can kind of see the flame dancing around in there a little bit from the flame there. So
now that is one object that I do move when we travel, because I don't want the glass to break, and the glass just slips out like that,
Now, can you see the flame a little bit better?
A little bit better, yes.
A little bit better. So you can see the flame there.
But I take this glass and just put it in our sock drawer and set this on the bed, and it's good to go. So that has come in very handy. We have really enjoyed it, and it does put out heat.
Yes, because we were in Ohio, and I was working on our AquaHot system, which actually works our furnace, and we had a water leak in one of the AquaHot lines, and so temporarily for heat, we used this fireplace. We just closed our bedroom off, and it was, I think, 40 some degrees outside, and we closed the doors, and we were able to heat this room up to 65 degrees with just this little fireplace. And then when you want to snuff it out, you just put your snuffer on and snuff her out, and it's out.
So if you have any questions about that, it can be used at home or in an RV. So thought we would share that wonderful item with you. And like we said, they have ones that can be mounted on the wall, and they're beautiful.
I think this is tip number 10? 9, 10, somewhere around in there. But like I told you before, my wife is an organizer, and she has lots of clothes, and in order to get them all in the closet and me to be able still to get to the fuse panel, we were having some nightmares. So she came up with this wonderful idea, and we both love it. So we'll show it to you now.
Well, I had been Googling, and I talked to my mother-in-law. Wonder if hanging clothes versus folded clothes, how much more space can you have with your clothes hanging versus folded? And we both thought folded, which that's what I wondered. But not only that, to be able to get to the clothes much better, and also we had an issue. You very rarely are in super cold, but we were, and we found this back wall does not have very much insulation, and we had a problem with our clothes actually froze. Some of the clothes froze to the wall.
Well, it has insulation. It just wasn't getting any heat to the back wall.
Yes, and it has a vent in there for air conditioning, but not a vent for heat, and unless you left your closet door open. But came up with this awesome idea. Went to the Container Store and found, they call them sweater bins, and they come in 3 or 6. We got the 3 because our closet does have the modified bar in between. Instead of taking all that out, we got the 3 here, and you're able to put 1 on the bottom. So I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these hanging bins in here. And each bin, the clothes, it's so much easier to be able to get to get to my outfits, to put stuff away, and for storage. And we now have a lot of circulation, a lot more circulation in the closet. So if you're ever looking for an idea, and also reaching way back here was very hard with clothes hanging and me being short. I was using a stool a lot. So this is so much nicer. And then David installed, if you want to show the lights.
Oh, we also put some little portable lights in here. So all you have to do is flip the switch, and we got some little portable lights that light up the closet. So, and also down at the bottom, like I said before, right back there in the dark spot is where the fuels box is located for stuff inside the RV. And when we had the hanging clothes in there, wow, it was a nightmare. Now with these, I'll show you real quick. All you have to do if you want to get the clothes out.
Oh yes, and I can even lift them with no problem.
You can just lift it out and lift it out. And I can slide them down, lift them out, and then I have access easy to get back to the fuse box.
Yes, or anything in the closet that we need to do or rearrange. Those things are awesome.
I needed to get to the fuse box.
We hope you have enjoyed all our little tips and organization ideas and gave you even more of a tour of our RV. If you have any questions, give us the comments below. And we would also very much appreciate any comments, thumbs up, and
Subscribe.
please subscribe.
Like they say, hit that button.
Yes.
It doesn't cost you anything.
Exactly.
Hit the button. Tell your friends, hit the button. It doesn't cost anything. I know you like buttons. Hit the button.
And share our website.
Thank you for being with Noel's Blessed Adventures. Hopefully some of our tips were helpful for you, and maybe it's something you might want to do in your RV or your home. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to push that subscribe button and comment and tell your friends. Push that button.